Hello everybody and welcome back to my Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney playthrough. Where last time we got Edgeworth considered innocent in terms of the death of Richard Hammond. But the problem is he's also just stated that he was the murderer of his own father.
Hey, what you doing? Are you being that bastard that hasn't subscribed yet? Well, why don't you join one of us that have subscribed? As well as that, you might as well tune down to the description down below, where I have a new subreddit called r/RealmHQ. Other than that, back to your regularly scheduled program.
So yeah. Though I have a sneaking suspicion that Von Karma's hiding something way deeper. Saying how both he was intending to essentially burn all the files from D6, but also sent the letter to get you. He knows something that he shouldn't know. Unless he's lying about what he actually how he's involved. Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it. I mean, you killed your dad? I didn't want to believe it myself. But it's the truth. You deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances. Again, I would point to the fact, by all accounts, it's Yanni's fault for not properly holstering his weapon, but this is crazy, just crazy. Nick, what are you doing? Huh? Oh, I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready. Your case for what? Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent. What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it in court. I'm sorry, Edgeworth. I don't believe your nightmare. What? It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in the court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. Prove you're innocent. Trust me. Right. December 28, 2:30 p.m. Now then, I would like to resume our trial. Judge. Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let's begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examination. Statute of limitation on the DLC incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this by the book. See. Does the defense have any objection? No? No, Your Honor. Von Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning. Very well. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand? Will the defendant, or will the witness state his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth, I am a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? It is correct. Testify about this matter to the court. Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday. I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. I'll get a key, but only if I can get this to work. Please, please. CO6 incident. That day I had gone to the court and observed one of my father's trials. As we were to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the earth. My father, Mr. Yogi, lost their composure and began to argue. Just then something heavy fell at my feet. I don't even think they consider the fact this should be a safe game. But we could also be looking at the inside of the weapons. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. Again, see, he didn't even know he was throwing a weapon. He just knew something fell at his feet and he threw it, intending to stop the fight. A moment later, there was a single gunshot. A scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all.
Take.
And until now, you thought that this memory was a dream. We were stuck in the elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out and I lost my memory of the events. Ah, same claim Mr. Yogi has made. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. To this day? Yes, I'm practically here now. I doubt I will ever forget that screen as long as I live. There it is. One part of the testimony clearly contradicts the evidence. I don't know what it means. I better find out quick. Gun fired once? Yes. I think after I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, they echo it in my head every day. A gunshot and that horrible scream. The weapon was fired twice.
Objection!
Are you sure you only heard one gunshot? Yeah, I'm sure of it. I heard the shot and scream, and everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see. No, Your Honor. Unfortunately, you don't. Look at this file once more. One more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony. You do enjoy dragging out that file, though. I don't accept this evidence unless you can tell us on what page it is. It contradicts Miles Edgeworth's. It's like the first page, right? No, second page, got it. Victim data. Look at the victim data in this file. It says it's quite plainly the murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edward only heard one gunshot. Yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental fire and the pistol was fired. So who fired the remaining shot? Was it perhaps another shooter who fired the second shot? Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, the incident occurred 15 years ago. Evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice, however we do not know when that second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There is no proof that the second shot has anything to do with this incident. What? I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we've heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the other one had something to do with the case? Yeah. Your Honor, I think I'll be able to show you the proof. What? Impossible. Now, Mr. Von Karma, save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright, show us your proof. Do you have evidence that the second firing pistol was related to this incident? Fuck, it's not gonna let me. I'm pretty sure. Let's say it's this again. Oh, I'm gonna hate this because the last save was a bit ago.
Take that!
This photograph. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. I can see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth. This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it. So let me get this straight. This photograph proves there were 2 shots fired? Where? Your Honor, please get a clue. Show the judge the contradiction in the photo. This!
Take that!
It's honestly too high of a shot to be to the heart. This should be obvious. The contradiction is here. See, bullet hole in the door. As Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from a pistol. Yet there is also a hole in the elevator door. We also know the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, somebody other than Edgeworth fired that second shot. Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be? The murder, of course.
Objection!
I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 case incident file. Look closely. Try the case summary page. Case summary page. That's on page 1. What's written there? They're depleted. No clues found. What? No clues found on the scene. Is that what you're pointing to? Not a single clue was found on the scene. The pistol had indeed fired twice, or 2 times. This other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. He does have a point. The second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. This bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter. The whole truth was undoubtedly something else that made the bullet hole in the door. No. If we found the bullet in his heart, then the bullet didn't come from the gun unless it was outside the elevator. So either the bullet through the door is a second bullet, or somebody outside shot through the glass door. Through the glass. It'd still be 1, but it's not on Gregory, or it's not on Miles then. Order. I will have order. Mr. Wright has proven one thing quite clearly. The murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Montana says, the second bullet fired was not found. It's highly unlikely the police merely overlooked the second bullet. So all we have is a single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim. Tisk, tisk, tisk. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter. How did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? I've been wrong about this whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? Sorry, Maya. What? Looks like I was wrong. Nick? The second bullet wasn't there. My conjectures are for nothing. No. You said you do it, Nick. You said you get declared innocent. Sorry. Just when I saw the photograph, I thought 2 shots had been fired. Well, because again, there's that whole issue. There was if there was only 1 shot fired, then it was fired outside the elevator, which fucking directly points there being a shooter that isn't Edgeworth. I was so certain. I thought I had won. I thought there was another person. Someone else fired the killing shot. But now, I'm trying to think that it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick! Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up this incident. Only one bullet was found at the scene of crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth. Precisely. I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any objections? No. No, I do not. So you killed your father, though that was not your intention? Yes, I did. Oh no. He's accepted the guilt! Very well. Statute of limitations on this murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce the verdict on the defendants today. Right here. Right now. Indeed. Does anyone have any objections? I didn't hear before. It's like my first day in court. There's just so many things I know I should be saying. It's kind of blank. I can't find the words. Mr. Wright? I have an objection.
Objection!
Your Honor, I object. Tisk. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object? Nick? I don't know, his case is perfect. Oh no. Ah, it must exist. The second bullet. What? What did you just say? There's nothing. The second bullet must exist. Where? Someone took it. Seems waiting is not going to produce any answers from us, Mr. Wright. Wait, Your Honor. Second bullet. It exists. It existed. What? But we just heard proof that it did not exist. I realize that, Your Honor. You're grasping here. It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened. But who? The murderer. The murderer? Then tell us, just who is the murderer? So thinking about that one. The criminal took the second bullet, but why? Huh? First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for the bullet? The murderer had to find it. Of course there was a need. That's why they took it. What possible reason could they have had? Well, the reason the murderer took the bullet away from the scene of crime is the murderer was cautious. Well, the murderer was cautious, very cautious, sort of, you see? That's why the murderer had to search for the bullet. If that was the case, then they should have taken the bullet from inside Gregory as well. Huh? Why would they only take one of the two shots fired? Oh, right. Mr. Wright, have you really thought this through? I'm going to... And to find it. The bullet would be the proof. Maybe they thought the bullet would be used as proof. Proof? It's a special bullet, so they took it with them. That was the case, they should have taken the bullet from inside Gregory's home. So it's that they didn't need it. The murderer didn't need it. Why would the murderer have spent the time looking for a straight bullet? I haven't got a clue. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? The murderer had no reason to take the bullet. You don't have to admit it, but it's true. Heck. Had to take it. Had to take it. Murderer? What does that mean? You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I know what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene, but the murderer had to take the bullet. Had to, Mr. Wright? What do you mean? Well, for instance... What? Maybe the bullet hit the murderer. The bullet hit the murderer. Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you'd have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there. You know? Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that's really what happened? Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murderer themselves was shot, and they left with the second bullet still inside them, thus leaving only one bullet to scene the crime. Yes, I guess that would be how it worked, yes. There's a problem with that. The other two people rescued from the elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yanni Yogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean the murderer came from outside, yes. We didn't know the fucking bullet pierced the glass. The two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop him, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. And then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside. Mr. Wright, you're truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've known. I can tell you're grasping, but yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say. What are you saying? Deny it! Deny it! No one involved in the incident was wounded. There was no murder. No one was wounded at the time of the incident. That's right, I can't think of anyone.
Hey, Nick!
Huh?
I just thought of something really crazy.
Crazy?
Remember what Mr. Gooseberg said yesterday?
Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his imperfect trial record.
Wow!
It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see? Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he had taken in 20 years across. So he was wounded. So Von Karma was there. Wait, he shot fucking Edgeworth?
What if Von Karma didn't take the vacation because of the shock, but took it because he was injured?
Because he was injured.
Which would mean...
It could only mean one thing.
He was the murderer in the DL6 incident.
He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth.
It was... Von Karma!
Oh man. Something wrong, Mr. Wright. You seem dazed. No, Your Honor. Well, you have indicated the possibility that the murder came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect? Should I come out and say it now? Fuck it, yeah. Your Honor, there is a suspect. One lone suspect. Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect? Von... Shaking. What? Von Karma. Von Karma? You mean the Von Karma, the prosecutor, the one standing right over there? Ah. You don't object? So no need. Why honor this ridiculous outbreak with my objection? Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason? So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident. Fascinating. Prove it. I wouldn't have needed surgery, no? Where would I go under the knife at, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor who that operated on me. Have him testify.
Nick, let's find out who his doctor is.
It's no use. Edgeworth? No, Von Karma. Perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. Probably didn't undergo surgery. He wouldn't leave a doctor as a witness. Is that perfect?
So what, Nick? Von Karma pulled the bullet out by himself?
No, he didn't. He's been grabbing his damn shoulder the entire time. Ooh, my shoulder.
That's insane.
No, you couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out of yourself. Wait. What does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere. But where? Tisk, tisk, tisk. Well, Mr. Wright, can you produce evidence that proves I was shot? Alright, Von Karma, I'll prove it. And I'll even use evidence. I know how you like it so much. What? The evidence that proves Von Karma was shot is the metal detector. Von Karma's perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery, leaving an evidence. So then I asked, where's the bullet now? I think it's unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself. You don't mean... I do. There is a possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma. Is that even possible for all these years? Well, there's one way to find out. We could use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'm gonna run this over you and see what we find. This, my shoulder! Don't touch it! I refuse! You refuse? But refusing this means you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you. Order, order, order! Your Honor, the defense requests that we will be allowed to use the metal detector. Judge, I call for suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy. Statute of limitation runs out on this trial, this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now. Enough. I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing.
Nick, what does this mean?
I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. He reacted. Something's inside his right shoulder. The bullet! Mr. Von Karma. You! It was you! I was afraid this would happen. And so I remained silent. Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident. What? I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to these things. And why the fuck didn't you get it removed? But Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that? Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. It is Mr. Wright who must prove something, not I. Mr. Wright? Well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was from DL6? Of course you can't. You don't have any DL6 evidence. That's because you took it out of the record room yesterday. No proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright. No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma. What? You were close, one day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof. What? Who would have thought you'd dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. Here's my final proof.
Take that!
That's a bullet. Where did you get that? This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edward. The bullet is preserved quite nicely with all the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings. You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago. Ballistic markings of the fingerprint of the weapon. All bullets fired from the gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. It's quite accurate. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One the bullet removed from Gregory's Edward's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We could analyze both bullets, then if the markings match, we would know that both bullets have been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol, in other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edward. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. We'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet. And solve this case once and for all. Mr. Von Karma? That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know!
Help, I can't breathe. Quiet, I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. Stop breathing my air, I'll stop you.
I'm breathing my air!
Get away. Get away from my father.
Pain. It's that scream I heard from the elevator. 15 years ago. Von Karma, it was you who screamed. Mr. Von Karma. Edgeworth, only you would have dared to fight me! So, it was you. You and your father are my curse. Your father shamed me with the penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you with my best friends. 15 years earlier. Sorry, I had to hack up a bullet. Chief Prosecutor, I'm sorry. Von Karma, it's not like you made this kind of error. It's not like you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. I was careless. I'm sorry, but you'll have to be penalized. I've covered you for you in the past, but not this time. Edgeworth! It was a shock like none I've ever known. Me, penalized? It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly, I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went out into the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then, there was a noise. I was in pain. A horrible, burning pain in my shoulder. Just then the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from marks from decoration. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. And then, it was destiny. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died never knowing who had shot him. Later he spoke through a meter, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Who would have thought another man would have come to open that elevator door? Judge? What? What are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now, end it. Very well. It appears that we have come to a very long way to the end of this match. 15 years later, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. You were innocent, and you are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honor. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. That is all. This court is adjourned. An arrest, Mr. Von Karma. December 28th, 5:38 p.m. District Court, defendant, blah, blah, blah.
Nick! It did it! Did you see his face? Von Karma looked even paler than usual. He was pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed! Could have said I'm impressed.
It was pretty close, though. I was pretty sure we had it.
I know. I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself. Now it's all just a good memory.
So it's finally over, Edgeworth. Right. Yeah? I'm not sure how to say this.
I know. Try thank you.
Let's see. Thank you, Wright. You're welcome.
I think you could have done better than that.
Sorry. I'm not good at this sort of thing.
You got a lot to learn, Edgeworth.
Got you there. Whoa! Amazing, pal. You pulled through just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. Tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month, but who cares?
See, Mr. Edgeworth, you should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you.
I see. Ahem. Whoop. I feel foolish.
Don't worry. Take a little time. We're used to it.
It's been 15 years since I've seen you, Edgeworth. Miss Garden. Hey, y'all. Y'all were great in there. Thank you. Yo, Edgeworth, congrats. Thank you all very much. I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar even if no one was there. You were a witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you? Yeah, well, let's bygone be bygones, eh? Speaking of which, what are you gonna do now, Laura? You and me? I went back to college. I gave up trying to be invested pretty quick. Really? That's too bad. Huh? Isn't that the hot dog guy from Park? Huh?
It's over, Nick. My life is over.
Why the sad face, Larry? What happened now?
Oh, Nick, I'm not long for this world.
You don't look sick.
It's Fiancée. She's going to live in Paris. Paris, Nick. She's leaving me behind.
Should have seen that one coming. Yo, Edgy, there you are. Yes, here I am. Congrats, Edgy. Here, a little gift for me in celebration. Celebration? That's unusual for you. Harry Butts, you come along tonight. Too, pal. My treat. Huh? Oh, thanks. Looking forward to it. Yo, Nick. That's the suit that questioned me. It says treat. That's not police talk for prison food, right? I think it'll be fine, Larry. Right. Yeah? What's up? Envelope that Larry gave me. It's got money in it. Well, yeah, that's strange. Never give money to way to celebrate sometimes. It's $38, right? Huh. No weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. $38 exactly?
Nick! Wasn't exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school?
$38? No! No, Larry, it was you! What are you so surprised about, right? Huh? Larry was absent that day from school, right? But that doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to that day, 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came into school anyway. Then he saw the money lying there. The rest is history. I never was good at history. Yeah. Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like you did that day. Everyone else was saying you did. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. Right. You may have not noticed, but we used to have a saying this back in the school. When something smells, it's usually the butt. I know. Really, Wright? I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. Well, this sure is an unexpected turn of events, eh? Edgeworth. You should have told me.
Now, Nick, it was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statutes of limitation have run out, Mr. Edgeworth?
I'd say so, yes. And since it's not a murder trial, then yeah, pretty much. There you have it. Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did. Well, you've always been something of an insufferable emotionalist. Yeah, and you get worked up too easily, too. Death? The death sentence for both of you. Man, if I had only known, I would have become a prosecutor. Same goes for me. And the other way around. For the longest time, I thought that I might have killed my own father. I thought I might have been a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. You want to switch, right? Hey, y'all, line up. I'll take a photo.
Hey, photo time, let's go!
After that, dinner's on me. Detective Gumshoe took us out of the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth that newfound freedom, even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. December 29th, 5:02 a.m. Wright and Co. law offices. Whoa, I'm a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Huh? Only 5 a.m.? I think I should go back to sleep. What's this? A letter?
Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium. Training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth, too. I wanted to help you, but I couldn't. It was useless. So I've decided to go back to my training. Well, I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left you this letter. Goodbye, Nick.
Goodbye? What time is it? God, the first train for the mountains already left. To the stations! Guess I'm too late.
Hey! Nick!
Maya! So, you're leaving?
Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium. We can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay?
Hold it!
Wait!
What?
I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help.
Huh?
On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice.
You heard my sister?
Yeah. Well, only her voice, but still. It was at the very end when I thought we had lost everything.
Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped in Mr. Whisper. And even Larry. Anyone who couldn't help was useless, Nick.
You weren't. Remember, you got the bullet. That's one thing. It's helped up with a lot of other stuff, too, so. You're the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya.
Huh? I didn't do anything. I took this woman around in a daze.
Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped.
Evidence?
Show Maya some evidence that you're up. The bullets!
Take that!
Bullets?
Von Karma was convinced he had taken all the evidence pertaining to DL6. You were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma. And you were the one who gave it to me.
Nick.
Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you.
I'll be back soon.
huh? I'm going to complete my training and come back. Okay, I'll be waiting.
Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless.
I don't know about that.
So, this is it.
See you soon, Lyle. Thanks.
Thanks, Nick.
So my story ends. Time to turn a new page. And say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins. With the same old crazy cast characters. And thus, Edgeworth. Don't even think you graduated yet, amateur. Mr. Wright, perhaps you would like to rethink that claim. Yes, Your Honor. I got a bad feeling about this.
Objection!
Woohoo!
Is that actually the end of the first game? Hey, pal. Mr. Edgeworth came down to the precinct to wish me a happy new year. Talk about a pleasant survive. Whoop. Detective gumshoe. Then he hung up. Then he hung his head low and went right back outside. Kinda like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh? Huh? Nick? Nah, I haven't seen him lately. Who? Me? I've been working at the cheese shop. Yeah, Missy's a nice lady, but she's not exactly what you call a cheap date. Huh? She's in Hawaii right now. Yeah, great. He's finding another person going to Paris.
Who? Mr. Wright? Yeah, I remember him. I hear he's been busy lately. You know, not to ring my own bell, but I sort of tell him everything he knows. I'm sure he's grateful.
Yeah, sure. You taught me everything. Sorry, I'm like...
Phoenix Wright. The defense attorney for whom I wrote that affidavit for. Oh, you should know I've taken over management of the Gatewater Hotel recently. You should be in the area. Should you be in the area, please stop by.
Yeah, I think those are wrong. Sorry, there's a post on the ARC subreddit. Oh, it's just you, Phoenix Wright. Ah, yes, Mia's understudy, was he not? I wonder how he's doing. I haven't seen him of late. Ah, the days of my youth, like the scent of a fresh leaf. You see? There's this, apparently somebody searched up something. According to GameSkinny.com, there's a, oh, that's a piranha, okay.
Phoenix Wright? Is he an actor? Well, I'm not buying it. You can't be a star with a name like Phoenix. You know, they're finally announced them on DVD, everything.
Basically, they have the images for the wrong camera. So, the Capro is apparently Piranha. The Carno is apparently a Capro. I'm pleased to announce the Pink Princess is here. I sure owe that Mr. Wright a great deal. I'm keeping my face out of the public until the show's over. I don't want to ruin the kids' dreams, you know. And then there's, of course, Spino, which is apparently a Carno.
Oh, I got a letter from Maya the other day. Sounded like she caught a cold standing under a waterfall. I wanted to visit, but didn't have time, so I sent her some Princess trend cards. She said she can't buy them where she is. What kind of place is she living at anyway? Right? Who's that? You wanna talk? Let's talk, pretty pink princess. Alright? But, you know, I snuck into the studio the other day. And I saw her. The one inside the pink princess suit. What a dog. Kinda shocked for a boy my tender age. That's why he doesn't want to reveal himself.
remember, right? That lawyer guy. Huh, me? I'm in training to become a paranormal photographer. You know, that picture I took of everyone? Well, just behind them, there was a ghost. For real. Now that's a talent. I'm gonna be famous. Just take pictures of Phoenix all the time. Phoenix and Maya. That's how you're gonna get Mia. Yeah, there's Maya. Or that's Mia. The confetti. Capcom Wright reserved.
Hold it!
What's this? There's a brand new episode that's been added. That's great! Well, yeah, we're gonna have to save. We're not finished yet. Anyway, thank you for tuning into the Jizz. Subscribe, comment down below, this video. But that it's a great day.